welcome back to another episode of the What Was That podcast. I'm Jazzy.
And I'm Addi.
Now, we talk a lot about smut.
I think damn near every episode has a smut reference, but there's 49 episodes, so you go back and watch them. Not that we ever need a reason to bring up smut, but usually it's not this early in the episodes. Where is this going?
Well, I've been reading something else.
Not smut? What else is there?
Romanticism.
Smut?
No, Gothic literature. I have started reading Frankenstein.
Oh, I know you love a tall man, especially one who
dives into the complexities of human nature and desire.
To take you in his big monster arms and
hold up a mirror to man's God complex.
Oh, God is right.
Brother.
This might be a different novel.
All this to say, Dr. Frankenstein spent a lot of time in graveyards gathering body parts where he probably encountered a ghost or two. Perhaps was even possessed by one because that man was off his rocker.
This would be more fun if it was spicy.
Story 1. What's your scariest experience in a graveyard? Okay, I've always liked cemeteries, one in particular on an old back road in my little town. The graves ascend a hill, and at the top, where the hill descends, it's like a lookout, and there's a pond. It's a hilly area, and it's just beautiful. I go there often, especially when I need to clear my head. I've been connected with spirits my whole life, so when I go, it's not odd that a spirit communicates with me. I quite enjoy it. I'm always in a state of, I'm not there to offend anyone, and normally carry a crystal for protection, just as a precaution and for respect. Backstory and setting aside my encounter. I go on a cloudy day. It was a rough one, and I needed space, so I go to the cemetery. I do my normal entrance script. I have a path I take, but I feel drawn to a third row of graves and notice a grave I've never seen in my 2 years' worth of visitation. And an old grave, for that matter, in the shape of a Roman numeral 3, 1 stone for 3 graves, and only a date that I can make out is in the 1800s, as the year they passed. I instantly heard a male voice in a joking tone.
Pretty old, huh?
I gave a laugh and felt happy that this was a good man. I begin to follow my normal path to the top, and I get a sinking feeling to go no further. I physically couldn't go past the grave of the man. I get confused and I start getting worried he's bad. From the spot I normally sit, I hear a deep growl. It chilled me to the core, and I heard a clear,
"Go."
It was in a man's voice, not ominous, protective. I quickly start back to my car. My phone starts messing up, and I was horrified. I haven't been back yet. I'm convinced that the male spirit I encountered protected me and wanted me to speak to him more or go leave some flowers soon, but I'm unsure. I wouldn't go back.
I'm a little confused. So was there an actual man?
I don't think there was an actual man.
Oh, was OP just saying it was a ghost the whole time? Okay, never mind. It clicked in my head. Sorry, that took me a long time to get there. But I don't know. I feel like that would be kind of cool. I've never been the type of person that's been super scared, super afraid of graveyards. I feel like they're really cool.
Yeah, graveyards are cool, but I usually also don't encounter anything in a graveyard.
Yeah.
Especially something being like, go.
Yeah. I can't say I have either, and I don't know how I would react. But I feel like I would go back.
I would go for sure. Back is a different story.
That also took me a second. My brain was loading really slow. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. That would be a pretty spooky thing to hear if you're in a graveyard by yourself. I want to be that cool bitch that goes and hangs out at graveyards and just walks around and goes and paints and journals. Mm-hmm. I want to be that art hoe.
Do you remember that account on TikTok of the woman who cleans the graves?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Was there something that was problematic with that? I Googled the controversy. I don't know if it's this specific lady that I'm thinking of, because there might be multiple people, but people have beef that, 1, she's not asking, and 2, she's using the wrong type of cleaners.
Okay,
I thought that could wear down
the
material of the gravestone.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I like them. They're pretty neat. I especially like mausoleums. I think those are sick.
Yeah.
Imagine having a whole building built just for you when you die.
Get me a pyramid, man.
Yeah, I want a sphinx. I want to be.
It's, it makes sense because the ancient Egyptians believed the most important thing you could do was die. So of course you would have a pyramid.
I know this isn't true, but for a split second in my head, I was like, oh, and Abraham Lincoln is buried in the Lincoln Memorial. And then I was like, bitch, what the fuck? No, he's not.
Where is he?
He's probably in that.
You can't prove to me that he's not in the
I physically can't. Yeah,
exactly.
I think he's in. Isn't there a graveyard that they only bury presidents in? It's like the big Washington.
Lincoln's tomb in Illinois.
Oh, he is buried in a tomb
with his wife Mary and their 3 sons.
Aw, that's really sweet.
Yeah, here's a picture. It looks kind of like the other very erect statue that's in D.C., but this one is in
Why do they do
the Washington Monument.
Just big obelisks
built by men.
In the sky.
If we were in charge, we would build vagina tombs.
Huh?
Can you imagine? It's like one big vagina. You have a clit at the top, but it's like a bell, so your family can ring it and you can go by.
Yeah.
And then the labia is the door.
Mm-hmm. It's the entrance.
Yeah. We should build them.
His nose is rubbed off. Who's touching his nose?
Yeah, is there a reason? I don't want to get on that tangent, but
Anyway.
I think it would be really cool to get the mausoleums that they have in New Orleans. I think we should.
Oh yeah.
I think we should invest in those.
Yeah, well, in like some of those cities, I know they do this in Charleston. I assume they also do it in New Orleans, where it's like the graveyards are multi-level and they're just burying bodies on top of bodies because they run out of room and there's a lot of dead people. So I imagine it'd be there's a lot happening there.
Yeah. Have you heard of the idea, and this could be real, it could be a conspiracy, I don't remember.
Okay.
But I heard something once that I think it's a conspiracy, but I don't know. Sorry, guys. That they take people out of their graves after like 100 years or something, and they have like no like living relatives.
Yeah.
And they burn the body and then use that grave plot over again.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many dead people in the world, I mean, not everybody has a gravestone because a lot of people get cremated and stuff like that. I want to be buried in a sack.
So you can return to the earth?
Yeah. I think you have to be in a sack to be a natural burial. I don't think they can just, like, stick you in the ground. But
I just imagine, like, the marriage sack.
Yeah.
Put your body in there. Whoop, there we go.
And that's, you literally get, naked in a sack in the ground, and I want a big old tree planted on top.
That sounds nice.
Yeah. I think that'd be really great. Let the maggots eat my body.
Yeah. Realistically, that's what I would want too, because I'm not using
their money.
That, or before I had a strong aversion to cruises, my entire retirement plan was to make a bajillion dollars, obviously, and then use that money to just go on cruises around the world, and me and my nurse would just see the world, and when I die, they can just throw me in the ocean. I don't care. But some nurse somewhere gets to take care of me, see the world, get a handsome salary, and I'd be the little old lady on the yacht who's just like, oh, you little honeymooners, here's drinks on me.
That would be really nice, especially if you're old. It's like those people on the cruise that was, what was it, 9 months?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
there is an old
time.
lady. There are people who do that too. They just constantly go on cruise ships.
Yeah, just see the world and then die.
Sea World.
Exactly. Orcas. Save the orcas. Let's get into the orca whales.
Story 2. The bones are their money. So are the worms.
What is that from?
It's from I Think You Should Leave.
Oh.
Look it up.
brothers have as much food as this. The worms are their money. The golds are their dollars.
Story 2. Cemetery stories / experiences. I'm from a small town, and when we were younger, we'd go out on back roads and drink. One night, we had parked on the side of the road by a small cemetery and walked over to the bridge nearby. The bridge was only about 100 feet or so, as it only spanned a small creek. The road dipped down across the bridge and then went back up on the other side. This was a few miles from a state highway, and a train track followed the highway. Since a car turning on the road towards us had to hop off the tracks, we could see the headlights flash and knew in a while we'd have to get off the bridge. This only happened about once or so. We had been out there for a while, and we had already moved for one car. We saw another car jump the tracks and made a note that we'd have to move in a few minutes. There was a road that turned to some houses, and sometimes we'd walk off the bridge to only see the lights turn away. This time, we decided that we would wait and see. Plenty of time to get out of the way. You could hear the car as it approached. We went back to talking. I think someone was in the middle of a story or a joke or something when someone said, "Hey, did that car turn?" We all looked towards the highway, realizing at once we never heard it, and more than enough time had passed. We saw no lights. This made no sense, and in our synchronized group confusion, we all did a 180. As soon as we focused on the other side of the bridge, we saw the red taillights of a car climbing the road upward from the bridge. We heard the car as soon as we saw it. After a moment of shock, we tried to talk about it. We all knew there was no road or anything between us and where we saw the taillights, but we asked each other anyway. We even looked closely when we left and made sure. Nothing but a tiny back road going over a bridge and then ditches. The next house or road was miles from the bridge. It didn't make sense. We never figured out what happened. It's like we lost a few minutes of time. The small cemetery was rumored to be creepy. Me and my girlfriend one night were in it looking out at the tree line and saw red glowing eyes. Now sure, you shine a light in the woods and the eyes reflect it, the animal freezes. But there was no light shining in the woods, no bright moon, nothing. And those eyes sat there for a long time. We talked to each other about what we saw and never figured that out either. During the day, we went down to the trees and looked in the area thinking it was maybe a reflector shining or something like that. But there was nothing in the woods. Okay. Well.
Well, it sounds like you, it's like in a guitar.
Huh?
How?
Continue.
How, like, Valaris is under a veil.
Oh, okay.
And so when people get close to it, they're like, what am I even looking for? What am I doing out here? And then they keep going. That's what happened. Okay. You almost encountered the fairies, and the fairies were like, no, thank you.
Interesting theory.
Clearly.
I think that they were hanging out and doing stuff that they shouldn't have been doing and just didn't realize that the lights had passed.
Yeah, that's probably what happened.
Yeah, because there are things all the time, like, if you're unsure, it happens in my friend group, it happens, like, all the time, where you're like, did you see that? And everyone else starts questioning themselves. Mm-hmm. Because they're not sure if they saw it either. They weren't paying attention for it.
Right.
And they were deep in conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody was telling a joke. They were really locked in.
It was super funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just missed the headlights.
Yeah. They were actually doing a full rendition of the song we just heard.
Yeah.
They were really into it.
That makes sense. I mean, it's a great song.
I would have missed the headlights, too.
I would have missed the headlights in general, because if I'm hanging out and having a goofy gabbing time, I'm not really...
I get distracted.
I have one focus, and it's for that conversation that I'm in. Anything else is just going to make my brain explode.
Yep, I'm focused on the ha-has.
Yeah,
That's
the ha-has, the hee-hees, the tee-hees, the tee-hoos.
Exactly.
The LOLs, the LMFAOs, the LOLs.
The Rolfs.
List of the Rolfs. What else is there? That's all I got. But I do love a good creepy bridge story, though. I know this doesn't originate and take place on just a bridge and have that to do with it, but there are so many good bridge stories that we should cover.
Ooh.
But the first one that comes to mind is this place in Denton, Texas. What?
My first one that came to mind was the bridge to Terabithia.
I'm not gonna lie, my brain also did that. I mean, it goes there every time anybody says bridge. I'm like, to Terabithia, because a girl dies.
Yep. Very haunted, I'm sure. Do we have a part 2?
But
anyway, Denton.
Denton, Texas, there's a bridge called Goatman's Bridge.
Okay.
And it's this whole thing, it's a ritual that you're supposed to go there and you, like, turn your car off and you flash your lights, and it's this whole ritual, but apparently you're supposed to see Goatman at the end of it.
Yeah.
And he's like a demon guy that'll come kill you or whatever.
Does he have goat feet? What does Goatman look like? Is it just a guy with some goats?
No, he's a goat man.
Okay. Mr. Tumnus.
So it's this bridge.
Okay.
I don't know if there's going to be, like, a picture of Goatman. Also known as Goatman's Bridge. Thank you. I guess we're not going to get a picture of Goatman.
It's okay. I already know what he looks like.
Mr. Tumnus! Can you imagine Mr. Tumnus just ending up at the end of a bridge like, hey guys!
And everyone
come
just
with
screams.
me.
And he's like, I need to save Narnia. Kids are not going into wardrobes like they used to.
Oh my god. Well, we don't have wardrobes like we used to,
We
Mr.
don't.
Tumnus.
Yep, he's just been hiding in closets.
Dude, can I admit something?
Did you think he was hot?
Oh, yeah.
Same. Yeah, no, yeah.
Maybe that's why I like the books that I read now, because I literally, when I was younger, I was like...
Yeah, I love like a little slightly weird looking nervous little man creature.
Yeah.
With a scarf. Come on.
The ears kind of get...
Look at Daddy Tumnus.
I hate putting this on the internet. It's for content.
He goes by Mr. That's a father figure if I've ever heard one.
Daddy?
He will be your preacher teacher.
Oh my god. Yeah, he's kind of...
Full body Mr. Tumnus. Yeah.
Can you look up Mr. Tumnus thirst traps?
It's funny.
It's so funny. Okay, anyway,
Yeah.
Going back to the story, yeah, I think they just...
Missed opportunity, I would say. Mr. Tumnus was right there.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I really would like to do an episode on bridges, because there are so many haunted bridge stories.
Yeah.
So many, and there's so many good ones.
I had no idea. I cross bridges every day.
Bridges scare the fuck out of me.
I'm not going to tell you this fun bridge fact. It won't be fun for you.
Okay. I'm like, tell me, and then the other half of me is
Nope,
like, don't
you're gonna
tell
hate
me. Especially...
There was one time I was on a road trip from El Paso to Augusta, Georgia, and we were stuck on a bridge in Mississippi, and my dad had a CB radio so we could listen to the truckers talk. And there had been a bridge collapse, like, not that long before this. So we're on this bridge, and all the truckers, like, one of them was like, I'm scared. I'm not going to lie to you, I'm scared. That is not an exaggeration of the man's voice at all.
That's really awesome. used to live in New Jersey, so whenever I would go anywhere that was south, I would have to drive through Maryland, and there is a bridge that goes, like, down next to Maryland. I don't know. Sorry. It's long as fuck. It's like miles long.
Oh.
Longest driving bridge in U.S. Oh, this one too. In Louisiana, I drove on this to get to Florida, and that was also terrifying. But there's one. Is it the Chesapeake Bay one? Yes. So this one, the Chesapeake Bay Bridge, is so
That's wild.
fucking long, and you gotta drive on it, and it is very, 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 very scary. All bridges are scary. All long bridges are scary. My dad, when he lived in Florida, he lived on an island off the coast of Florida, and you had to take a big-ass bridge over to his house anytime you wanted to do, like, almost anything. There were a couple stores on the island and a couple places to eat and stuff. I mean, and you could drive up and down the island, so you could go really far north and really far south. But it was all more expensive, so it made sense to go over into the mainland area. And I hated it every single time. I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do this.
Yeah. Well, let's do some exposure therapy with spooky bridge stories.
I think that would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then I can be scared of them for an entirely different reason.
New and exciting ways to be scared of bridges.
Yeah. There is this one really creepy bridge by where my Nana lives in Missouri, and I love that bridge.
Okay.
It looks very old, but it is very spooky.
Okay.
And, like, when you look at it, you're like, ooh. So, yeah. Anyway.
That's cool.
That's cool. Next story.
Okay. Story 3. One decision. When I was a teenager, I was goth.
Same.
Okay. Did you write this? Black hair, black clothes, black makeup, even had a pair of combat boots. My friends and I, in typical goth fashion, hung out at the local cemetery. We started going in as a joke, but soon discovered that we liked the peace we found there. That all changed one night. My friend called to see if I wanted to hang out, and I did. None of our other friends were available. They were either working or recovering from partying the night before, so we were on our own. My friend picked me up and we drove up to the cemetery. We were hanging out, smoking cigs, BSing about the latest issue she was having with her boyfriend, when we noticed at the top of the hill we were on, about 100 feet away, a bonfire had been lit. You have to understand that this cemetery was about a block off campus of a major university, and it's not uncommon for college students to go there to party. My friend and I sighed, knowing that we would have to get going soon. It was illegal to be in the cemetery after dark, and we knew the police would show up because some jerks decided they needed a bonfire. We finished off our cigarettes and then took off. Just then, the most horrible stench came wafting down the hill from the direction of the bonfire. My friend gagged and covered her mouth. I groaned and said, "What the hell? What the helly?" My friend shook her head, saying, "I don't know what they're doing. Let's just leave." We got into the car, and one of us suggested, honestly, I don't remember who, maybe we should just go up and see what they're doing. My stomach turned and a cold shiver ran down my body. My friend must have had the same feeling at the same time because we both said, no, we should leave. My friend turned the car on, switched her headlights on, and put the car in reverse, looked over her shoulder before starting to back up. I was still looking up the hill. A figure stepped out front of the bonfire. I could only see a silhouette, but I was sure whoever it was watching us. A feeling of terror hit me, and I said, "Go, go, go! Go! Ah!" Okay, sorry. Getting louder and more panicked with each word. My friend looked back up the hill for a second. Just as the figure took a step toward us, she slammed on the gas and peeled out, going in reverse down the hill. She rammed the gear shift into drive and we were out. We didn't say anything for a while until she said, "What the hell were they burning?" I shook my head. I don't know. She dropped me off at home and I went to bed. The next morning, I woke up and went out to the kitchen. My mom was there, drinking her morning coffee, and I joined her. We asked her about her job for a bit when suddenly she comes out with, "Did you hear what happened last night?" I shrug and say no, I just had gotten up. She tells me that a woman she worked with was kidnapped from a parking garage. Oh my God, I say, did they find her? Yes, but too late. Whoever took her had ended up murdering her. They found her this morning in the cemetery. He tried to dispose of her body in a bonfire. I froze. My brain was going a mile a minute. The realization slowly creeping up. That's what the smell was. Needless to say, I never hung out in the cemetery again. I think back to our decision to leave instead of investigating the fire. That one decision could have changed everything. Dark silhouette in the bonfire. Let's not meet.
Ooh, that's spooky.
Isn't that terrifying? Glad you trusted your gut.
Yeah.
This is one of those, like, you feel it in your gut, you don't know why, and you just go with it.
Yeah. Ooh.
Because especially, like, if you're in a car, you feel like you're a little bit safer, because you could just drive away real quick if they start to come towards you. I'm glad you went home.
Yeah. If I had been walking away from this silhouette on the hill and I smelled something shitty, I'd be like, did you shit yourself? Or like, did you just fart?
Hey man, you
like,
shitting up there?
No, I would be talking to you. It's me and you in there. I would be like, hey, are you that nervous?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? No, but I did imagine at first, you know that the cartoon that's been trending on TikTok with all the people like, wearing, I imagine that, but like around a fire pit. So I imagine a bunch of people, because at first
because I was like, like bonfire, a bunch of people doing something in the cemetery. Worse than I thought it was.
Yeah, that's way worse. That's way worse, especially with the fact that you could smell it.
Yeah.
No, I don't like that. That would be absolutely terrifying. I'm really glad it started to sound like a horror movie, because OP was like, oh, my friend put it in reverse really fast and then braked and then turned around going downhill. Imagine if they had hit a tree or something trying to leave.
I'm not good at driving in reverse. I know this. I would have been like backing up very slowly, like 7-point turn because I'm nervous.
Yeah, that would also be me, because I also can't back up to save my fucking life. So, my freaking life. I'm trying to stop
we weren't just talking about, like, Mr. Chumness. I feel like that's not the worst thing that has been said on this podcast.
Yeah, that's true. But I feel like it's more acceptable to talk about boinking than it is to say the F word, especially on YouTube. I could be wrong.
Start paying us, and I will consider.
We'll do Patreon if you guys want to get more
our exclusive content. Us just being dumb as shit. Like, they should have left that cut out of the episode. Why am I paying for
that
this?
In there?
This is worse.
Yeah, this is terrifying. Also, to bring up some smut.
All roads lead to smut.
You know what? Never mind. I'm not even gonna go.
No, I want to know. You can't.
Well, I was like, what if this is kind of a story of Butcher and Blackbird-esque?
Oh,
where
totally.
It's like a guy who is burning his competition, or not his competition, but the person he's supposed to, and his competition's also over there. But she was like, hey, go look, I saw headlights. And he goes up and looks.
But yeah, like in the second one, she's literally like hunting someone to like off them.
So it could be that in a dark romance if you want to look at it.
Yeah.
If you want to look at it like that. I don't know.
Someone was like, did the person get caught? He did, driving the woman's car past 2 police officers.
That's dumb. What a fucking idiot. This,
you go.
They said they found the news article too.
Ooh.
So.
Did you ever tell the authorities? We did, but since we didn't have a description, they had figured the time of death, we didn't have to give an actual statement. They just took our names down and said they would contact us if they needed anything else.
Wild. Did you ever used to hang out in cemeteries at night as a kid?
I did hang out in cemeteries, but it was not for a great reason.
Which one? Did have friends. Okay, so there was I'm not going to name anyone, but there was a cemetery by where a lot of my friends lived, like a whole group of my friends. And we would go there and hang out and, like, you know, do things that kids aren't supposed to do. Teenagers aren't supposed... No, they shouldn't. They aren't supposed to do.
Your brains are developing.
And...
Say no.
We would hang out in the cemetery there. We did hang out there at night. One time we did a Ouija board there, which was very spooky. But I did have friends who, for the first time ever, became a woman and a man.
Oh, wow. First time. Very exhibitionist.
Yeah, and then the cops came while they were doing
God
thing.
Yep.
So, nightmare.
Yep.
Absolute nightmare. The amount of friends that I can count, this is a little off topic, but not a lot off topic, but the amount of friends that I can say have been doing things in their vehicle and gotten in trouble for it is kind of astounding. Because I've never gotten caught doing anything like that.
Never gotten caught.
Yeah. I'm like, how do you get caught?
Well, your eyes are closed.
Sometimes.
Someone's got to keep their eyes open.
I had a friend in high school who got arrested because him and his girlfriend were doing things in his vehicle in a parking garage at a mall.
You know, I know someone who's done that.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say I have. Can't say I've done anything like that in a cemetery either, but I'm making mental note of it right now. For future me.
Yeah. Quentin.
No. Sorry, guys. Is that insensitive?
We might cut this out.
I don't know if that's insensitive. Is it? Enlighten me?
I don't think it's sensitive, for sure.
No. And I'm not talking about, like, on somebody's grave. Obviously, that's disgusting.
That's weird.
That's
like,
weird.
what are we, Barry Keoghan? Like, we're not...
Yep, you got me there. See, I try to cut that part out in my brain, and you just ramped it back up immediately.
Just, like...
I don't make a lot of TikToks, and that was one TikTok I did make, because I was like, what the fuck was that? What was that? Why would you do that?
Act it out.
Just like
he was feeling it.
Our podcast name.
What was that? Actually, when we were watching The Conjuring, and they're like, what was that? I was like, us. That's what it was.
I thought that. I was like,
one day when we're like rich and famous and our podcast is owned by like someone who has a lot of movies in their archive, I want them to take from a bunch of different horror movies them saying, what was that? And then it goes to us. It's like, it was us.
Welcome to this episode 355 of the What Was That podcast.
Yeah, welcome to our 12 million bajillion subscribers.
Wow, we're manifesting right now.
Yep. That's what the palm reader said.
350, and we have 20 million followers.
20 million, yeah.
And we
have a studio.
We have a whole studio.
We're
we
paid
have editors.
handsomely.
We have researchers.
Oh, that would be nice.
That would be so nice.
That would be my favorite part.
Yeah. Writers, editors, and researchers. The researchers would definitely be like the top priority.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Researchers and editors would be great.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Yeah. And then we
Send us to your friends.
Fabulous houses and book club.
Or a house. I just would like a house. Just let me buy a house. It doesn't need to be big.
I will accept a house.
Yeah.
And an apartment.
My house is, I think, the perfect size
Yeah.
And
I would like this size of a house.
Yeah, and I feel like that should be something that I can obtain because my house is not very large.
Nope.
Like the upstairs finished part is like 1,700 square feet.
Yep.
So, which is large. Don't get me wrong. Very privileged to have the house that I do, but I would like to own it.
Right.
That would be
That
great.
should be an affordable house.
Yeah.
Very
it should
affordable.
Not
It should be a like a true
$650,000.
No, it should be a true starter home.
Yeah. $200,000
I was about to say it should be in the twos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not. $650,000.
I believe that because I've looked at the ones by it.
Yeah, the one next door was selling for 400-something thousand, and that one's smaller. Oh my god, I have so many books that have come up on my Libby, and I literally haven't. I don't have time. I have this one that's due in 4 days.
Oh.
And it's 21 hours long. And I've just not been in the mood to listen to books lately. I've been listening to Papa Meat at work all day because he makes me happy.
I've been listening to silence because I think my brain's a bit overstimulated.
That's fair. Mm-hmm. I just like to laugh, so I've been giggling a lot. I've been sitting at my desk like.
Yeah, he's really funny. So that makes sense.
He's so funny.
Hey, Papa Meat, come on our podcast.
So mean, but he's so
he's
funny.
really see.
That's what
why
I'm
we
saying.
like him.
But see, here's the thing. He always talks about getting age gated. So I'm like, what does that mean?
No children?
No children can like watch his content.
Yeah, which is fair.
Yeah.
We talk about getting like railed by monsters, so our content should be age gated.
He tells people to kill themselves. Blur that word, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're fine.
Yeah.
If he's like, what?
Yeah.
And we're just like, Mr. Tumnus, come into my wardrobe. That's different. Still not good, but different.
Come into my wardrobe. Come into my boxed wardrobe.
Have you listened to Sabrina Carpenter's new album?
I have not yet.
There's one song where she's like singing about a house tour, and she's like, none of this is a metaphor. And she's like talking about like, I just want you to come inside, but never come into the back door. It's so funny.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, are we moving on?
Story 84.
Graveyard stories. I'm a graveyard nerd. It's quiet there and with beautiful landscaping, a great place to take reflective walks. One day, it was very hot and I wanted to sit down. The closest thing beside the ground was a crypt that sat alone in the fork of one of the paths. I very respectfully said, "Please may I sit here and rest a while," as I climbed on top. Sounds like a storybook. Almost immediately, I felt 2 knocks underneath me. I told myself it's my imagination. 2 more knocks. I say out loud, "I mean you no disrespect. Knock twice more if you just want me to leave." It hesitated, then 2 distinct hard knocks hit me right in the bum where I sat. I said, "Okay, I'm going." LOL. Another time I went near dark. I walked through the children's section many times. I've seen the toys people have placed on the children's graves. Some of them look 50 plus years old. This night, I didn't just walk past them. I stopped and thanked all of them for coming here and trying to fulfill their destiny in some way, and told them I'm sorry it was cut short. As soon as I said, "Rest in peace," one of those old decrepit toys began to flash little lights and play music. My significant other noped all the way back to the car. I actually stayed and tried to talk, but nothing else happened. Last one, I went to a different graveyard this time, in an old Moravian in an old Moravian graveyard with graves as far back to the 1500s. Maybe earlier, but I couldn't read them all. This graveyard had huge hills with mausoleums tucked into the hills. I liked to sit on top of one and look out over the whole place. It was very serene. This day, I sat up there and watched a fox spinning in circles way down at the bottom of the hill. He acted confused like he had rabies. I wasn't going to move until he left, so I waited. A woman came from I didn't know where, because I can see the whole place. She walked towards a grave near where the fox was spinning around. I got worried for her and stood up to scream down to her where the rabid fox was and to run away. But when I stood up, she wasn't there anymore. I waited for the fox to show itself again, but it was gone too. Just like that. Gone. I very cautiously climbed down, went down the hill where I saw this happen. No woman, no fox. Nothing but quiet graves and beautiful flowers.
Clearly a ghost.
Yeah, clearly lots of ghosts.
Clearly surrounded by ghosts.
Ooh, the way I would actually shit my pants if I was sitting on a tomb, a sarcophagus, and all of a sudden I heard, ooh, I'm like thinking about it, feeling it underneath
knock.
me.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh, no, thank you. That would be my way to never go back to a graveyard, ever.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And the flashing toys from a kid's area, that would also send me.
Yep.
So I would
not
how
go
this
back.
person keeps going.
Props to you for being so nice to them, because I would be like, fuck no, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Have a nice life. You're already dead. Bye.
Yeah.
You know?
Just walking around the graveyard. Hey, how's it going? Sorry you're dead.
That
sucks. I'm just here to hang out. It's really nice and serene. I hope you don't mind.
Very respectful, and that's nice.
Yeah. It did read like a storybook at the beginning because of how respectful this person was.
Teaching children how to be respectful of graveyards. That's what this novel is.
That's the story. Yeah, that's crazy. I do agree that it is like really nice to have a place that's really quiet that you can go to, because not a lot of people are sitting at graveyards, but everyone goes to parks.
Everyone goes to parks.
Yeah.
Well, there's something with like tarot cards where it's like knock twice. Why is it twice?
I don't know. I knock on my card 3 times.
Interesting.
Because 3 is a good number, and I'm putting my little energy into it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I've never heard the 2 knocks, though.
I don't know.
Makes me think of in The Conjuring, the first one, where they're like 2 claps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I remember that being absolutely horrifying. So when I went to see this one, the Conjuring the Last Rites, go see our TikTok. In case you're wondering, how could we possibly know what happens in that already? But yeah, maybe I'm just older, but also I don't think this movie was as scary as previous ones.
Yeah, this one definitely, when I left, I gave it a 6 out of 10. I
would agree with that.
I love The Conjuring, and I love the Conjuring universe. Big fucking fan of the Conjuring universe. Love Patrick Wilson forever. Love Taisa, the Farmiga sister. What is her name? Oh my god, Vera Farmiga. Vera Farmiga. Okay. I love Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga. Vera Farmiga. Can't even say her fucking name right. It's fine.
It's fine.
But, yeah, the first one was definitely way scarier. And I even rewatching that as an adult, I'm like, that's a good fucking movie.
Yeah.
The first time I saw The Conjuring, I was 16.
Mm.
And you had to be 17 because it was rated R.
Yeah.
And I snuck into the theater with my friend and my other friend who was 17, so he was okay to see it. But so Sarah and I snuck into it, and it was packed because it had just come out. Mm-hmm. And the one of the guys that worked there came in and was like, can I see your ID? And I was like, and we got kicked out.
Oh, lame.
Yeah,
lame.
but
Let
then
the children see it. Let them choose their destiny.
Yeah, I love them now. Though I watched it pretty quickly after it came out. Mm-hmm. But great movies. But yeah, that's what I think of as the clap twice.
Yeah.
We should, at my bachelorette party next year, so we'll have 2 nights where we're in a little, like, quiet town, and we're in what I would hope to be is, like, a little cabin or cottage or something.
Yeah.
But we should do a night of, like, spooky games. So we should do hide and clap and what is it called? Grandma? You can play that game.
What's Grandma?
I think I'm pretty sure it's the game that you, like, play hide and seek, but you only use your flashlight.
Yeah.
Or not flashlight, your camera.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I did that, but it was, like, flashlight, and you had to, like, put it down and then put it up.
Yeah.
And I was playing that with my sister and my cousin, and we played it until we started creeping ourselves out a little bit too much.
Yeah.
And then we're like, okay, guys, I guess let's go to bed. But all of us were so hyped up that I was like sleeping, and then I would like open my eyes to make sure like my sister wasn't crawling on the floor coming to scare me. She was, by the way. I sensed it because I turned on my flashlight, and she's like, ah!
Oh my god, yeah.
She's such a shit.
But yeah, taking pictures is the only way you can like find people.
Yeah.
So we should do that, and we could do like light as a feather, stiff as a board.
I've never done that.
You've never done that? Mm-mm. Do you know what it is, right?
I know about. Generally.
You like have somebody lay down and everybody puts 2 fingers underneath and you say a little chant and then you can like pick them up.
Well, I guess we left you since you're the one to be wed, right?
Yeah. So I think it would be really fun to just do a bunch of little spooky games.
I will not Ouija board.
I will not Ouija board either.
Okay,
so
cool.
And also,
that's like the one thing I will not.
Yeah, I'm not a big. I've done it a couple times, but I don't like
How am I to open doors and portals to places that I don't know where it's opening?
Yeah, and I don't want to let anybody in and forget to say goodbye. And
yeah, I get nervous.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I think I'm good on that. I'm already nervous having this mask in the house. You guys have made me so paranoid
I'm
of it.
sorry.
I'm like, at first I was
it's
like,
probably
it's so
fine.
Cool. And now I'm like,
who else has made you paranoid about it?
You, Sarah, Alex, Quentin, Katie. Like,
why are they paranoid about it?
I mean,
are they having dreams?
No, it just has bad energy. Yeah. It's one of those things where I'm like, if I throw it away, will it just come back?
You can't destroy it because then you'll cough up mirror pieces.
Yeah, I try to burn it and my whole esophagus and face starts burning.
You grow a horn.
Okay.
Have you seen that Daniel Radcliffe movie?
Horns?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called? I think so. Yeah. Have you seen Swiss Army Knife?
I have not. Okay. Is it good?
It's Daniel Radcliffe and Elijah Wood, and it is weird.
That's like my 2 childhood crushes. I love a dark-haired little man with blue eyes.
Yeah.
Me as a child, I was like...
I agree. But yeah, it's a weird fucking movie. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But it's weird. I wouldn't watch it again because it made me feel weird.
Yeah. I think that's like Daniel Radcliffe's whole thing at this point. He's like, I already made my money. I'm gonna do what I want to.
Yeah.
Let it get weird.
Loved him in The Woman in Black.
Yep.
Great movie.
Yep. I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, that was fun. A different kind of spice, but still enjoyable.
And if you found us spicy and enjoyable, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. You can find us on all of the social media platforms and Reddit, everything like that. What was that _ the pod? We're on all streaming platforms. And if you would like to have your own story read and shared to the masses, please email us at whatwasthat.thepod@gmail.com.
So looking into this, there's actually quite a few Frankenstein-themed romance novels. We've got Frankenstein Unleashed, Freaky with Frankenstein, Monster March, Anatomy, A Love Story.
Wait, I need to write these down real quick. Wait, okay, can you tell me again? Wait, what was that?